You were called. You were chosen. You felt the fire of a divine purpose burning in your chest. You left your Egypt, that old life of addiction, sorrow and lack, believing that a land of milk and honey was waiting for you. But then, the silence came. The miracles slowed down. The joy turned into a chore. The master plan you once saw so clearly now looks like a blurred memory. Why? Because the most dangerous thing in the spiritual realm isn't a frontal attack from the enemy, it's the slow, silent cooling of your prayer life. Today, we are talking about the Amalekites of your soul, the forces that wait until you are tired to strike. We are going to learn how to keep your hands lifted, how to sustain the fire, and how to ensure that the master plan God wrote for your life before you were even born becomes your physical reality. This is not just a message. This is your war room briefing. Think about this: there are 8 billion people on this planet. Yet, your fingerprint has never been matched. Not even by your own twin. Even the most famous artist in the world would eventually start repeating patterns after 1,000 paintings. But God? He has created billions of original masterpieces, and He never runs out of ideas. Your life is a heavy investment. God didn't just save you, He invested the blood of His Son, His breath and His prophetic promises into your DNA. He moved heaven and earth to pull you out of your Egypt. He attacked the strongholds that held your family captive for generations just to get you to this moment. But here is the spiritual law: revelation without intercession leads to frustration. You might have the map, the prophecy, but prayer is the fuel, the fire. Many of you are sitting in a luxury car, a master plan life, but you are stranded on the side of the road because your prayer tank is empty. You wish for a better life, you desire to be used by God. But your wish is staying in your mind, while the earth only responds to what you birthed in the spirit. Let's look at a man who understood the divine master plan better than most: Nehemiah. He was a cupbearer, a servant, but God had a throne room plan for him to rebuild the walls of Jerusalem. He had the king's favor. He had the resources. He had the decree. But as soon as he started building, the Amalekites of his day, Sanballat and Tobiah, showed up. They didn't attack the king, they attacked Nehemiah's focus. They mocked him. They threatened him. They tried to lure him off the wall. Nehemiah's secret wasn't just his skill with a brick, it was his refusal to let his hands drop. In Nehemiah 4 verse 9, it says, "But we prayed to our God and posted a guard day and night to meet this threat." He understood that you cannot build a divine destiny if you are not watching in the spirit. Some of you are building your business, building your family, building your ministry, but you've stopped posting a guard. You've left the gates of your mind open to the junk of the world, and now the enemy is sitting at your table. If your prayer life dries up, your wall will crumble before it's even finished. Now, let's go to the valley of Rephidim. Exodus 17. The Israelites are fighting the Amalekites. Joshua is in the valley with the sword. But the battle isn't being won in the valley. It's being won on the hill. As long as Moses' hands were lifted toward heaven, Israel prevailed. But the moment his muscles grew weary, the moment his hands dipped, the enemy began to win. This is the most honest picture of the believer life. Moses was a man of God, a miracle worker, a prophet, but he was still a human being. He got tired. You might be saying, "I want to pray but I'm exhausted. Life is too heavy." Notice what happened next. They didn't tell Moses to just try harder. They brought a stone for him to sit on. You cannot sustain a prayer life on your own willpower. You must sit on the finished work of Jesus. And then, Aaron and Hur stepped in. One on the left, one on the right. They held his hands steady until sunset. This is why you cannot be a lone wolf believer. You need a prayer mountain. You need a community, a time and a place where your hands are held up when you are too weak to lift them yourself. Whether it's an 8 p.m. corporate prayer or a small group of warriors, you need Aaron's and Hur's in your life to ensure the fire doesn't go out. Why is your prayer life dry? why do you feel dead inside? Let's be real. You are feeding your spirit trash and expecting it to produce treasure. If you spend 3 hours scrolling through negative news, who got shot, who got divorced, which country is collapsing, your spirit becomes saturated with fear. You go to bed with images of blue drums and tragedies, and you wonder why God doesn't speak to you in your dreams. Solomon received his wisdom in a dream. Joseph received his destiny in a dream. But they didn't go to sleep watching the junk of the world. You must become selective. If you want to maintain the fire, you have to guard the gates. Stop being a consumer of darkness and start being a seeker of light. Get in the Word before bed. Get in prayer before the world wakes up. When you change what you eat spiritually, you change how you fight spiritually. Listen to me, you are already a winner. The medals of victory are already hanging in the halls of heaven with your name on them. The master plan for your family, your health and your finances is already signed in blood. But the Amalekites are trying to steal what is already yours because they see your hands dropping. No more wishing. It's time for working. Set the time. Not a clock time. A holy time. Set apart for Him. It doesn't matter when. It matters that it happens. When you pray, you aren't just saying words. You are blindfolding your enemies. You are opening the sluice gates of heaven. You are shifting the atmosphere of your home so that your children are protected, your spouse is blessed and your future is secure. The fire is not out. It's just waiting for you to stir the embers. Pick up your sword. Lift your hands. Sit on the stone. Your master plan is waiting.